Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be doing a quick unboxing of this small Etsy shop I recently discovered. I did a video previously and I got 3 scents, which I loved all of them. So here are the scents that I previously got. So this is the bigger, I believe 30 mls, and then these two are the 15 mls. So I mainly discovered them because I wanted some Lush dupes. So the first ones that I got were the yummy Lush type. In the middle, we have Rockstar Lush type, which is also creamy candy. Ooh, and then to the left, we have, I believe this is my favorite one out of all of them, the 2543 Lush type. So I wanted to try out other scents, so I ended up getting their sample sets. In case you haven't seen my previous video, the owner is Amber and the shop name on Etsy is ShopMadeByBloom. She has her own website called Bloom and Barrel or Made by Bloom. I'm not exactly sure if it's the same name or different names, but yeah, she ships, I believe, twice a week. I want to say it took about a week and it got shipped via USPS. So this shipped pretty quickly and it came all the way from Tennessee. I am located in California. So let me go ahead and show you what I purchased. So I decided to purchase on Etsy because I believe there was a 10% off coupon, or I think there should be a 10% off coupon going on in her shop till the end of the year. I believe it is Sparkle. I think that's the one that I used. So I got two of the sample sets. Each sample set comes with 5 scents. I believe the retail price is $25 before anything. And so each like little vial comes with 3 milliliters. So if you do 3 times the 5, that's 15 mLs, which is basically the size of like this type of a perfume. So I want to like know if I'm gonna like it or not before committing. So I believe the cost of all this was like about 50 bucks, which is kind of pricey for sample sets, but if you think about it, they are perfume samples and not just like a body spray. Okay, but let's go on to opening the package. I blocked off my information. Here is the cute sticker that the first package had before. Handle with care. I'm fragile. So it's just a poly mailer. I already like cut it just so that it wouldn't be too loud. So here are the sets. I haven't tried them yet. I'm just going to do an unboxing and then I'm going to test them out. I don't know if I'll include it in this video or in other ones. So here's the cute little cupcakes. It goes with, I think, her shop theme. Let me move this one out of the way. So it's very secure. Here is the bag that she has, Bloom and Barrel. Cool. And then I believe both of these are in a tin can. So here we have the tin can and it has a little plastic bag just so if there's any leakage, it'll prevent it. So here we have her business card. Who doesn't want to smell like a snack? So I focused a lot on the Lush scent type dupes. She also has like beverage scents, gourmand scents, fresh scents, etc., etc. So I believe only one of them are or is a non-Lush type of scent. So let me just go ahead and remove the sticker so I can go ahead and open this. And if you don't know, this is a reusable tin, so you can go ahead and use that for something else when you are done. Yeah, so you can put like mints or like little pins, trinkets, yeah, just other types of stuff. So I'm going to get these out. All right, so now that that's out, each of the samples are individually wrapped. So the only non-Lush type was this one, the chocolate ice donuts. So I did ask her because she did say that a lot of her chocolate type scents were either loves or hates, or I guess people are very polarized with chocolate. So I saw that this is available on her website and I asked if I could order a sample of a scent that's listed in her on her website but not listed on Etsy, and she said yes. So we have chocolate ice donuts. I'm gonna go ahead test these out. I don't want to spray them right now because these are kind of pricey, so I don't want to waste them. Okay, so that's the oh, they're super fragrant. Okay, but to go on to the next one, here we have Yuzu and Cocoa. So if you don't know, this is like an orange cocoa type of a scent. Lush came out with a body spray of this a few years ago, but it hasn't been brought out again. So I wanted to try it out. And then the next one we have is Yog Nog. So Yog Nog is back for 2023, the winter collection or the Christmas collection. However, it's only back in the shower gel, and now it's like very runny and liquidy, so you kind of use more shower gel than previous because it used to be a little bit thicker before. So Yog Nog spray, it was available a few years ago, 2018, 2019, somewhere around that range, but it has not returned. They also had this in a perfume once upon a time. So here we go. I don't know if I like Yog Nog. My sister does, but I remember it being a little bit too spicy. I don't really like spicy scents all that much. Okay, next one we have 29 High Street. So if you don't know, this is an exclusive for, I think they only have this in the UK or somewhere like that. I know it's not available for Lush North America, so I wouldn't have been able to get the scent unless I purchase it when I am on a trip to Europe, which I'm not. So I'm very excited. A lot of people say that this is like the epitome of what a Lush store smells like. Excited to try that out. And then the last one for my sample sets, we have Sultana of Soap. I have a feeling that if Lush does another Lush X community collab, a lot of people really like this. I want to say, if I remember smelling it, it's very fresh and like resinous and like sweet. So somehow like fresh and sweet at the same time. So I'm just curious what the longevity of this is going to be. So those are the first 5 scents. Let me go on to the next one. So here's the other one. I'm definitely going to keep these bags. So here we have same type of design. Let's see. Okay. All right. And then we pop that open and then we have 5 more. Let's go on to these. So a lot of these scents I haven't smelled before, or it's been a few years since I smelled them. So I probably won't be the best person in determining how similar they are to the Lush, what's it called? The originals. Ooh, but it smells really fragrant each time I open up the tin. Okay, let's go on to the first one of the second sample set. We have Candy Fluff. So I don't remember how Candy Fluff differs from Snow Fairy and Creamy Candy, but when I saw the scent notes, it reminded me a lot of Snow Fairy. So if anyone knows, let me know. But yeah, this also intrigued me because it was listed as a sweet scent. So that was the first one. Next, we have a scent that I really loved in the, what was it? I believe it was the body conditioner. So here we have American Cream, and if I'm not mistaken, this is the same scent as the American Dream hair conditioner that I didn't like, but I loved how it smells. So here's American Cream. Let's see, next one. I kind of vaguely remember what this smells like, but not really. We have Porridge, which I want to say is a few years old and it hasn't been brought back. But if I remember correctly, it's kind of like Yog Nog where it's a little bit spicy. And so maybe that's why I didn't really, or I don't really have a clear memory of how it smells like because I tend to stay away from anything that smells too much like cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, etc., etc. But yeah, a little sample size, and I can go ahead and try that out. And then the next one we have is Snow Cake. So I mainly know this from the bath bomb. That one, I believe the description said it was a little bit fresh, so I'm not too sure if I'm going to like it or not. Oh, okay, last one. Here we have Lady Catrina. So this is like several years old. I want to say that a lot of people, I think on Reddit, said that this smells a lot like grapes. And I think it was described as a wine type of a scent. However, on the Lush, this Lush blog that I followed for a few years, Lush a lot, I believe, or All Things Lush UK, one of those two. This is under the scent family of Calacus or Zesty. Well, Calacus that was later renamed as Zesty. However, some people differ that this actually had more of a grape note than the like the tart sweet lemon. So I'm excited to see, is it zesty? Is it not zesty? Let me go ahead and open it. I'm kind of very curious. You know what? I do get a little bit more grape on this. I don't really smell zesty. Well, in zesty, I don't get much at all of a grape note. So definitely excited for this as well. So those are all of the little samples that I got. So it might seem a lot, but I do want to be prepared for her next sale. I took advantage during the first time shopping at her store. The only thing is that I was taking a risk, but I did enjoy all of my purchases. So these are all the ones that I am excited to try out, some more than others. So let me go ahead and tell you the Lush ones that I am the most excited for. And I think, let's see, 29 High Street, because this one's only available overseas and I don't plan to travel anytime soon. And then the next one would probably be, if I can find it, yeah, Yuzu and Cocoa. I remember first smelling this when it came out. I don't know if it was like 2020, 2021, something like that. And thinking like, ooh, I'm going to get this. But I think back in the day, I only used to purchase during Boxing Day. So I was like, no, I'm not going to purchase it for full price. But it's a good investment, especially body sprays, because they tend to last a long time. And of course, the only one that is non-lush, chocolate iced donut. So yeah, go ahead and check out her store. I'm gonna go ahead, try these out. I don't know if I'll include a review in this. Hi everyone, so today's a different day. I've already sampled all 10 samples that I purchased from Bloom & Barrel. What I did, because I don't have the best memory, I decided to put like a sticky note basically in the bag along with the perfume sample. And then I'll go ahead, put timestamps if you're only looking for certain scents, but I'm going to go in like a random order, I guess. Okay, so for the first one, let's see what that is. It is Lady Catrina. Okay, so for the scent notes for Lady Catrina, it's sweet grapes, agave nectar, lime, neroli. When I looked this up, a lot of people categorize this under the Calacus or the zesty scent family, but to me, this has a hint more of grape that I don't really get from zesty or Calacus. And I do want to note that there is a slight bit of a bubbly note. So zesty has lime and neroli, which I believe is also present in Lady Catrina, which I believe that initially came out in a soap. So the neroli doesn't give me an aromatherapy type of a essential oil smell to it, which I do appreciate. It's not, it doesn't take over the fragrance is what I'm trying to say. It's still a prominent citrusy scent. So I would say that I like the touch of fizziness and it's very bright. Would I get a full size of this? Probably no, because I already have avocado co-wash, fun times, and just other scents that I like a little bit more than this. So there's the first one, Lady Catrina. Let's go on to the next one. Let's see what that is. Candy Fluff. Oh, okay. This was such a pain to open up because the cap got stuck. All right, so for Candy Fluff, top notes we have cotton candy, mid notes vanilla, melon, base notes white musk. So I also looked this up, and some people say that Candy Fluff is the same scent as Snow Fairy. However, to me, it is a bit different. To me, I would say that besides this not having cherry, because some Snow Fairy scented products have cherry listed in there, this smelled like it had a hint of grape, which I later realized I was probably picking up on the melon. So it smells a little bit lighter, not as powdery, like overly sweet as Snow Fairy to my nose. So I would say that it smells like a lighter version of Snow Fairy. I would recommend this, especially if you want a more like spring and summer version of Snow Fairy, if there was one. And this is one of the ones that I might full size it. I really enjoy it despite already having Snow Fairy, like a Rockstar dupe again from Bloom & Barrel. And yeah, I just feel like this would go well with my other Snow Fairy or like bubblegum, like candy type scent products. So there is Candy Fluff. I really enjoyed that one. Let's go on to the next one. Let's see what we have here. Oh, okay. So first, non-lush scented one, chocolate iced donuts. So the scent notes to this say chocolate, buttercream, fried cake, dark cocoa, and vanilla. All right. So I realized that I don't really like the heavy buttercream note that I got in here. Oddly, the smell wasn't super authentically chocolatey to me. I got like a little bit of a nut note, which isn't listed, or maybe even a little bit of cinnamon that might be in the fried note that I didn't like. It smelled a little bit odd. So I would say the chocolate smells a bit like Play-Doh or like fake, and it's just really, it just really wasn't what I was hoping to find or expecting. Yeah, but this one did last a really long time, which is weird because some of the notes, some of the reviews on Etsy for this product were really good. They were like 5 out of 5, saying that it was really authentic. But to me, I just don't think that chocolate scents from this, what do you call it? From Bloom and Barrel are for me, is what I'm trying to say. I'm like in love with her Lush type scents, and I think I'm going to stick to that. Next, let's see what this is. Snow cake. All right. Scent notes for this one are marzipan, almond, benzoin, rose, cassia. So I haven't smelled snow cake in a while, or at least recently, but the smell is on the lighter side, and there is a bit of spiciness to the almond note that is in here. I detect it, but I don't get much of a like a candy note because I'm under the impression that marzipan, it's very like sweet and candy like, and I won't get a full size of this just because it smells a little bit too spicy for me. And when I say spicy, like I'm not talking red cinnamon hot. I just don't like a lot of cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, any scents like that, in case you're wondering. So I'm just very picky with my spices. It's very subtle though, and I don't get a lot of creaminess, which I think I would have liked that it would have toned down the almost like a cinnamon, like a faux cinnamon nutmeg in here, but that isn't listed. On Etsy, I think people say that they do enjoy this, but that it could be a little bit light. So you might need to spray. And I did notice that this one is one of the ones that didn't last the longest. So far, the ones that I have showed you, the one that lasted, or the ones that have lasted pretty long, were the chocolate iced donuts and candy fluff. All right, next one we have 29 High Street. Notes are jasmine, ylang ylang, sandalwood, tonka bean, honey, caramel, and green notes. So immediately this smells like Lush. I had even my sister smell it and she distinctly thought, oh, this reminds me so much of Lush. I also believe that this is such a complex, well-blended scent. I would repurchase this in a heartbeat, full size. Not the 15 ml, I'd jump up straight to a 30 ml. That's how much I like it. So I feel like, does it smell like a Lush store? Yes. I haven't smelled the original, but I believe it's accurate, at least from the reviews that I have read. 29 High Street, if you don't know, is an exclusive that you can only purchase from a certain store in Lush, UK or Europe, someplace. So it's not available to me that I live in the US. Okay, but to go back to the scent, I think that it smells a lot like bath products. Not Lush during Christmas though, because if you might notice, there's a lot of, well, this year there was a lot of snow fairies, so the scent of the store might change. And it doesn't remind me when I got into Lush initially, where there were so many citrus bath bombs, bubble bars, sprays, and stuff. This reminds me more of their bath products that have a little bit more florals in them, just in case you want a little bit more distinction. But yeah, I would totally purchase this, even though I tend to gravitate more towards sweet scents, but this is such a chef's kiss. Love this. And I think this is one of the products that are highly rated in the Etsy shop. So there's that one. If you can tell, that was one of my favorites, if not the favorite. Okay, next one we have is American Cream. Cool. So for this one, we have notes of vanilla, strawberry, lavender, benzoin, clary sage. So I would say that this smells almost identical to the American Cream hair conditioner, if I'm remembering that correctly. It's lightly scented, but it's still powdery. So I don't like lavender, but the lavender isn't overwhelming. It's creamy. I like it more as it dries down and as I wear it throughout the day. It's not as strong or not as long lasting as I think the original, but I do say that it did a pretty good job at projecting, and I would recommend this if you have tried the American Cream, or is it called the American Dream hair conditioner, the one that got reformulated into the self-preserving type. But yeah, I don't think I would get a full size of this just because I don't necessarily like powdery scents too much, but I think it is pretty accurate to the original from Lush. Okay, next one. We have Sultana of soap. I was really excited to try out because as far as I know, this has never come out in a perfume. Scent notes are bergamot, all, sorry, olibanum, if I'm saying that correctly, apricot, dried fruits, sweet currant, blackberries. This is so, so nice, even to me that I don't really like florals. I would say it's completely wearable, dainty, girly. And if you're a guy, I would feel like this can also lean a bit like cream. Cream, clean, freshly showered. It's like a soapy floral with like just that creaminess elevates it to a whole nother level. It has a tad bit of sweetness and it isn't overwhelming. It's like floral, but not too floral for me. I don't get too much of the fruits or like of the fruit notes besides the blackberry and the slight syrupiness from the dried fruit. That's another thing. I was expecting it to be a little bit more fruit leaning, but again, this is one of the ones that I would get a full size of. However, I would get a 15 milliliters instead of a 30 just because I like the scent, but not like a love like I did for the 29 High Street. Okay, next one we have is Yog Nog. So this one has been out in a body spray and a perfume, if I'm not mistaken. The scent notes to this read vanilla, brown sugar, clove, ylang ylang, caramel, cotton candy, musk, and vanilla. So I would say that in the opening, there's a slight booziness, and it's very similar to the spray, which I did have an option to purchase it during Boxing Day, but for whatever reason, I didn't, which now I know that I just don't really like the little hints of spice in there. I think it's the clove that is a little bit like to me. From the clove, I think that's my main gripe with it. However, the dry down was a bit weird on my clothing. I feel like it was the musk that I didn't particularly like. Granted, I didn't like the original Lush Yog Nog scent. So I liked it a little bit more on the opening where it almost hinted a little, like boozy, like bourbon, that type of scent, even though it doesn't have that. The dried down on me, it could be just for my body chemistry. I almost got like a manly, musky, like a deeper type of a scent. So I might try to test it out a little bit more on my clothing instead of my skin. The opening was caramel heavy though, which I really enjoyed and I wish it would have stayed linear as it dried down. Okay, so I liked it initially, but I liked it the most after it settled for an hour or 2 hours. But yeah, no, this is one that I wouldn't purchase a full size of. Initially, I thought I would like it, but it makes sense. If I didn't like the Lush Original, I don't think I would like this one. But if you did like the Lush Original, I would say, try it. Next, we have Yuzu and Cocoa. This was a scent that has come out in a few bath products as well as the Yuzu and Cocoa body spray. So the scent notes to this are cacao, yuzu, grapefruit, tonka bean, bergamot, citrus. Okay, I like this. It's citrus heavy though. I was expecting because I don't get much of the cacao, so not a lot of chocolate going on. And then also on the dry down, I don't really get that either. It's like very linear, and the tonga bean really shined on the dry down, which I liked, almost like a creamsicle like. But yeah, even though it's pretty simple and I already have a lot of citrus scents from Lush, I think I would purchase this just because of that creamy factor that's added onto it. And then I could pair it with another Bath and Body Works spray that I have that I think would go perfectly with this. So yeah, this one, I'm not sure if the original Yuzu and Cocoa scent or body spray had a lot of chocolate or cacao in there, but to me, I didn't get much cocoa, cacao. I'm getting tongue tied. Chocolatey type of a scent. Here we have Porridge, which is the last one, another scent that I haven't tried, but I can describe the scent notes. Scent notes say oats, caramel, orange, cinnamon, nutmeg, maple syrup, and patchouli. I should have picked a different one because out of all these scents, I don't like the cinnamon, nutmeg, and I'm a little picky with patchouli. But anyways, surprisingly, I get very little of the oat note. Thankfully, the cinnamon is toned down and the nutmeg is as well. And for some reason, this reminds me of a drink, like a drink type of a scent. It's almost like a drink that used to be carbonated and bubbly at one point, but it's kind of flattened out. Like at this point, I'd probably toss out that soda and pour myself a new one because there's no more fizziness. So I would say that the patchouli is nice. It's not too earthy that it takes away from it, and I do enjoy the sweetness of the orange and the caramel. So unfortunately, I would not get a full size of this just because I don't really like beverage type of scents on my skin. I think this could wear better. I think it's great for like spring and summer, less so for Christmas time, just because I never grew up with like spiked punch, spiked cider, or anything like that. But I could see people enjoying this during Christmas time as well. So yeah, that is it for my reviews on the Bloom and Barrel samples. Here they are again. If you can't tell, my favorite ones were definitely Sultana of Soap, which is one of the ones that are a bestseller. Yuzu and cocoa, despite the fact that it didn't have much cocoa in there. And then where is the other one? Candy Fluff is a nice like remix of Snow Fairy. I know some people would argue that it's the same, that it shares the same family as Snow Fairy, but to me it's a little bit different. The other one that I would get again, where is it? Not this one, not this one. But I think the overall winner of all the samples that I got was this 29 High Street Lush Dupe. Also has great reviews on Etsy. So yeah, overall pretty good. For example, Lady Catrina, I can easily get like zesty or like substitute this for another one, but this was another one that I did enjoy, but I just wouldn't purchase it again. Chocolate Iced Donuts, not Lush, but I don't like it. American Cream was nice. I feel like it's very spot on. A bit light. It does wear closer to the skin than the original American Cream perfume. I don't care for the scent enough to get a full size of it though. So there's that one. Snow Cake. I think I just realized that I don't really like marzipan and I wanted something sweeter and less spicy. Yog Nog. I'm not sure why I got this because I didn't like the original Lush Yog Nog spray. I do enjoy Yog Nog in the shower gel and in bath products, but just something that I can rinse off and not, wear that around the whole entire day. And then last but not least, Porridge was okay, but not it's not a love or a like where I would think, "Oh, let me go ahead and try this again." No, this is like a one and done type of deal. So yeah, thank you so much for watching these quick reviews. Hope you have a great day and bye.